Shalom everyone, and peace of Christ all of you. This is Hamas just a few days ago. Hamas today is begging the ass of every Muslim in the world for help. Hamas today is asking the international community for help. Hamas today is begging Israel for fires to be ceased. Please stop fire. Please. Hamas is so desperate to the point they are going to execute their own hostages, for those are the treasure they have actually, just to stop the attack. But all of this is not working. And Israel will not listen. It is time to pay, and the payment is going to be very heavily. I saw some sheikhs around the world. As an example, a sheikh from Kuwait. His name is Uthman al-Khamis. I want to call him Uthman al-Khabith. This man, he is from a country which the American they gave back to him. And if it's not us, he will not even have a land. He will be a refugee. Yesterday, he threatened to kill every single Jew. I will give you his channel. And this is his message.
لقول النبي الكريم.
He is quoting the Prophet, threatening the Jews to kill them all, and he lives in Kuwait. I will leave that for those who have connection with the American embassy to get this potato, and maybe we can send him to Guantanamo Bay.
صلى الله عليه وسلم لا تزال طائفة من أمتي ظاهرين على الحق لا يضرهم من خذلهم ولا من خالفهم حتى يأتي أمر الله وهم كذلك. ولما سئل عنهم النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم قال هم في أكناف بيت المقدس.
So he's saying the Prophet, he mentioned those heroes in the one who live around Jerusalem. Those the ones who is going to fight until the day of judgment. And he is threatening the Yahud, the Jews. You saw nothing. You will never sleep. You will never go to bed. You will never drink water. You will never do anything unless a Jew is going to, a Muslim will come to you. This is the channel of this potato. And I say to him, you son of Muta, your mother is a whore. If you are a man, first kick the American from your land. Our embassy is bigger than your country in Kuwait. As long as you are a sheikh and you are a hero and you are calling for jihad, well, you son of Muta, how come you don't dare to speak a word against the American who live there? In fact, the biggest street in Kuwait is called George Bush Street. So those potatoes, cowards, they call for fight, but they never join the fight. They are living in their luxury houses. It is time to send them somewhere, isn't it? So if you are a person who have connection, please do contact your Congress or senator, or even if you are a person who work in the FBI or CIA, let us get this potato. Who's next? You will notice that those idiots who they are calling for the destruction of Israel, they are the one who kissed the ass of the Israeli to protect them from Iran. In fact, every single agreement with Israel happened because they need Israel to protect them, not the opposite. Those donkeys, they thought because they killed some babies, they are victorious. They do not know that Israel can wipe them all from their existence in one push of a bomb. And we are not exaggerating. All of us, we knew how mighty, how powerful Israel is. 1.4 billion terrorists versus a few million Jews. Who is going to win? Logically, the 1.4 billion. But this is not really what's going to happen. For this is the land of the Lord. And you will be always doomed. In the top of that, those people, they did not just depend on the Lord. They have their own weapon. In fact, all nukes in the world is made by Jews. To make it simple, the first people who invented nukes, it was Jews. It took you hundreds of years to go to America and learn from the American, which means from the Jews, how to make a nuke, and then they made one in Pakistan. So you are no match. Number doesn't count no more. A Jewish girl, she can wipe you out of existence. Just a little girl, she is 19 years old. So all days is over and your numbers mean nothing. They have the quality, you have the quantity. And you cannot be a winner. Let us see the last update. There's a channel, actually, it's called Israel 7, TV 7 something. And I hope they will have no problem to play their videos. TV 7 Israel News. So let us see what is the update from TV 7.
I'm from Jerusalem. This is a war update as Israel is at war. This is its 6th day. Joining me all the way from somewhere undisclosed in central Israel is the former.
I like it that somewhere. This sounds like a Christian prince. Hey guys, where a Christian prince is? From somewhere. I think I am a colonel in the Israeli army and I do not know. By the way, I'm thinking to go to Israel. You let me know if you like the idea. The only problem is I am an Arab and they might not let me get in, you know, because I don't blame them. I mean, if I arrived in the airport and they said to me, go back, even if you have an American passport, but I would like to go. You know, even the price of tickets is very expensive now and it's going to be very expensive too for like hotels, because they are sending now all those people who live in the borders to inside Israel, which means it will be a limited places for anyone who is not from there to find a place. But I would love to go to Israel. I'm thinking about it. You let me know if this is a good idea.
Chief of Israel's Air Defense, General or Brigadier General in Reserve, Doron Gavish. General Gavish, could you provide us, please, with a operational update immediately, if you will? Where is Israel currently at? We heard earlier today, of course, the IDF Chief of General Staff communicating to the state of Israel. We see various statements coming out. What can you tell us?
Well, I think that it's important to speak about basically 4 or 5 main efforts which I would mention. The first one, and this is what Israel was doing in the last few days, was to contain the situation in the south part of Israel. We all remember that thousands of terrorists came to the south part of Israel, butchered, and there is no other word, civilians killed, kidnapped, and so on. So we had first to contain the area, and we could say now that the IDF is there. The area has been contained, the border is being controlled, so back to control, and this was the main effort. The second effort was to recruit the Israeli reserves from the one hand, and then from the other hand, and in parallel to it, to start the strikes, the Air Force strikes mainly in the Gaza Strip. So in the last few days, Israel recruited 350,000 reserves. Most of them are deployed into to the south and the north. I would say something about it in a few minutes. So basically, recruitment and preparing for the next with a large and vast amount of Israeli reserve military. The attacks in the Gaza Strips are very strong, very severe. The Air Force is attacking under the constraint of war, which means that it's different from a normal time, less constraints, I would say. And there are continuously strikes by all means, all Air Force platforms, and this is only the beginning. Another effort which is important to say is deploying also forces to the north part of Israel. One of the challenges might be that the Hezbollah would miscalculate and will join this fight. And Israel is...
What's your business if they miscalculate? Let them miscalculate. They will just telling you that we are recruiting, bringing, etc. But I watched yesterday, actually, I did not sleep all night, watching, the bombing of Hamas, as the Israeli they call it. And I noticed that they are really, maybe every 20 seconds or 15 seconds, there's a bomb is failing. So it was like very intense. And I think now what they are focusing in is to open ways. It's like, when you make across the road, a highway. So when they enter into Gaza, they are destroying all the high building in the way. So when they enter, it's going to be way easier than entering now. In fact, I saw many, especially Arab TV station, talking about how impossible it's going to be. They will hunt them. They will kill them. Those stupid do not know that Israeli, they enter Gaza thousands of times before. All of Gaza, not a street. Not a street. So those who don't, those who they speak about how impossible, how hard it is, even they brought a high officer in the USA Army. He said, I see in every building here a position for a sniper. It's going to be very hard for the Israeli. For sure, street war is not easy. But in the same time, the Israeli are very well trained, very highly equipped with weapon of war, and to discover snipers and to eliminate them before even they use their guns. So I noticed that all those who speak about what will happen next are stupid, are dummies, they do not know the history of that area. They do not know that Israeli, they go to Gaza almost every day in the previous year. They don't know that the Israeli go to the West Bank every day until now. They do not know that Israeli, they can reach any point they want, and no Hamas and nobody can stop them. The only mistake happened, Israeli did, that in the last, let us say, a year, they gave the Hamas, the whole functionality. Let us say, they don't even bother them. Because they use the attack will be a knife attack, somebody drive a car over a group of people, those things is hard to predict, especially from the one who live in Israel. Yesterday and the day before, we saw how Muslims who live in Israel, which means they are Israeli citizens, they were calling for jihad. So I say, before you go to Gaza, you have to let those people go out. You should send them to Jordan. It is stupid of you to let those people live there. I know. Many stupid people will say this is their land. No, this is not. None of them belong to that land. All of us, we knew. I can show you from the Quran, I can show you from the Hadith, I can show you from the mouth of Muhammad himself. This land belonged to the Jews and no one else. And even those who they are calling themselves Christians in the Middle East, and they claim that they support Israel, those people should be deported from Israel too. You shall not allow anyone who is your enemy to live in your land. This is your land. You will be only stupid, ignorant, dummy, donkey, if you allowed your enemy to stay in your land, especially you are controlling the land. If you are worried about international community, what international community did to Armenia? to Cyprus. Those are people who don't lose their land. Half of Armenia already in Turkey. Half of Syria is already in Turkey. What international community? United Nations is nothing but a club of hookers. This is reality. Somebody says, Christian Prince, you are worried about ticket price, but you are not worried about your life. I never will be worried about my life. In fact, I always join armies when it's war, not in peace. I don't like to go and join an army when they are drinking coffee and tea. I joined the USA Army when beheading was in use every day. When the army, they have a hard time to recruit people to go. I went by myself, nobody recruited me, and I said, I want to join. They told me, you know where you're going to go, right? I said, absolutely, that's why I'm here. So you say to me, you are not worried about risking. I'm risking my life every day. Do you think what I do now is not a risk of life? Do you think I'm joking? Do you think writing a book about the dog Muhammad is not a risk of life? When you worry too much about your life, you have no life. Those who want to live, they are dead. And those who they are warriors, they are going to be alive even when they are dead. So you care for your life. The warriors, they care for yours, not for theirs. Let us hear more about what the Israeli doing.
Preparing itself to it with ground forces and with all the naval air force, all the forces which are relevant for this. And this is another effort that is, of course, now. For sure, we have to remember that there were more than 5,000 rockets that were shot toward Israel with the defense of the all Israeli systems, Iron Dome, David Slings, and other. This was also one of the efforts during this time. And the last effort that I would mention, I'm sure that Amir will elaborate on it from a strategic point of view and the highest level point of view in a minute, but this is the international effort. Of course, as the Israeli Air Force, as the IDF, we're working very close with the United States, following President Biden statement.
This is the problem. Biden, this is why actually the attack is perfect time. Obama is in the office. Obama is in the office. And you know, you will notice now, I want to speak to the American who make fun of the Christians. When time for protection, do you know who protect the American? It is the Christian. Do you know what the percentage of Christians in the Marines? Do you know really how many of the Marines are Christians? You will not believe it, the number. Almost 100%. When things go messed up, it is the Christian who protect everybody. It is the Christians. Atheists, liberals don't join the army. They hate the army. They make fun of the army. But when things go wrong, they claim that we have an army of American. But in fact, those Americans are a Christian army. Only faithful Christians is the one who joined the army. I was in it, I know what is there. If you go right now and search for Christian military or Marines praying, you will not believe it, what you will see. This is why I say, you as a Christian, you have a duty to be trained, to be armed, for you never know when the evil will hit your door. You never know. If you think evil is not there, you are a monkey donkey. If you think criminals and rapists are not exist, you are a monkey donkey. And then when they come to you, you will be so sorry. Every Christian should be armed and trained, not to kill others, but to defend himself. Not to be a rapist, but not to be raped. Not to be a thief, but not to be robbed. Now you know the value armed. If the Israelis today are not armed, what will happen to them? Who is holding Egypt, Jordan, Syria, Iran, Saudi Arabia, all of them from attacking Israel? What is holding them? Very simple reason. They tried it before many times and they got busted, Abdul. Now if Israel did not do anything, many would encourage, look, so look, a smaller group of terrorists, look what they did. But all of us, we knew that if the Israeli want, they do not even need even to send a soldier. They can wipe out Gaza out of existence without doing anything. There's no need to draft army, no need for anything. They can do it. And then what, the international community, they will be caught Israel for 6 months? What they would do exactly? And who blamed them actually if they take an action which is, let us say, unbelievable? They beheaded babies in their way. They rape dead women. Even women, they are dead. They take off their panties and they start raping them. Those Hamas, they are dogs have rabies. And dogs who have rabies have to be slaughtered. You should not arrest them. You should not capture them. We don't want 1,000 prisoners of Hamas or 10,000 prisoners of, we want 10,000, 20,000 dead of Hamas. They took with them in their trucks dead women because they are beautiful. Those are not human. This is what the faith in Muhammad made out of them. And you will see a Jewish in the TV, he says to you, Islam don't believe in this, Islam don't believe in this, Habibi, Habibi, Islam don't believe in this, stop being stupid. This is what Islam is about. And this is what Muhammad did. All of them, they are talking about Hamas, but they forgot what Hamas' name is. Hamas is an Islamic organization. It's not just Hamas. Why nobody talking about being, this is an Islamic organization? Why they say even ISIS? Do you know what ISIS means? Islamic State. They stop saying Islam, they don't want to say Islam. Everybody is politically correct. So now this colonel is telling us about what will happen and what they are preparing for. But, for me, those kind of interview, I find them silly. I thought they have a news for us. Let's see if there's a news.
The United States has already declared itself willing to do and is in the process of doing. In addition to what you mentioned regarding the interceptor missiles, there are C-17 Globemaster II airlifters which are taking part in a huge airlift from the United States to Israel. Many items which were ordered and were in the process of being produced, but waiting in line for other customers, have jumped the line and are being...
Let me tell you what they are talking about, what item they are talking about. They want from USA weapon bombs which can reach very deep ground and destroy tunnels. Because the rats of Hamas, you see that the Quran says that the Jews hide behind walls because they are cowards. In fact, the wars happened long after the Jews conquer and free their land. And the wall is just to get the dogs who have rabies away from them. But the fact the one who is a coward is the one who go into the ground and hide when the real men come to him. When the real men, they leave, they go after women and children in bus station and their houses and he rape them. Who is the coward? They will see soon.
Speeded up towards Israel. Now, the Blinken visit has a twofold or even threefold mission. First of all, to echo what President Biden said regarding regarding the full support of Israel in its defense and response to the heinous crime which you described in your introduction, and to make sure that hostile actors, quote unquote, namely Iran, Hezbollah, perhaps others, will be deterred from joining the fight. So this is the basic plate in the menu. But when Secretary Blinken says, as did President Biden, that the U.S. has Israel's back, try to imagine someone, a giant, staying so close to your back that he's holding your shirt. That means that he can tug on this shirt in order to restrain you, and not only to protect you from any threat coming from behind or from any other side. And Blinken made sure to repeat the aspect of international law and the laws of war, which means that he has asked Netanyahu to be very, very precise. Now,
See the coward Biden? He is not supporting Israel. He have to show support because the majority of the Americans, they want that support to happen. But in reality, he asked Netanyahu to restrain himself from going in full forces. Do you see the coward? Do you see Obama in the White House? Netanyahu should not listen. What Joe Biden can do to you? Nothing. You know that. You know that. Especially 95% of the Congress in USA and senators from both parties support Israel. So don't listen to this dog, Joe Biden. He is not coming to support. Obama sent him to protect Hamas. The appearance is he is coming to support. But he is not doing that. It is the USA force him, the senators, the Congress, not only that, actually now the Congress and the Senate, they are going to force Obama, aka Joe Biden, to stop the fund of $6 billion he will send to Iran next week. They raped their babies, they killed their women, they captured them, and they killed more than 20, and they kidnapped more than 20 Americans, and Joe Biden asking him to be nice. Instead of sending the Marines in the ground to free the American, Joe Biden is asking Israel to be nice. Actually, America have a big reason to be involved because of the American get killed. Regardless of Israel. What about the 20 Americans they being killed by Hamas? And what about the American hostages? And what do you mean be nice? Filthy scumbag Obama still in the White House. This Joe Biden is just an image. Hussein Obama, who is a Shia, who supports Iran, is still in the office. This is why you will notice that those groups, they flourish when Obama is there, when Biden is there, because this is Biden, this is Obama. Obama is back. When Trump was in the office, everybody is so quiet. We did not change anything. The American army is the same. Everything is the same. We just changed the man in the White House. Obama come, ISIS exist. Al-Qaeda all over Syria. Al-Qaeda was in Afghanistan. Suddenly now they control half of Syria. ISIS became a super mighty state. They took half of Iraq, half of Syria. This is what Obama did. Actually, I have a radio show I did long time ago with brother Osama Dakdok, if you know him, from Egypt. And he was upset when the Muslim Brotherhood they took over in Egypt. I said to him, this is the plan of Obama. He want to establish an Islamic state. You can go watch the video in the radio. This was like maybe, I don't know, maybe 7, 8 years ago. Oh, actually way more, so 7, 8 years, sorry, way more. When Obama was in the office, and the date exactly when the Muslim Brotherhood, they won the election. So check what the date was, and you will know exactly what date is, and you can check it in radio show of Osama. And this is exactly what happened. The plan of Obama is to establish a Muslim Brotherhood all the way from Turkey, all the way to Morocco. So Israel will be surrounded by Hamas, because the Muslim Brotherhood is Hamas. This is reality. So they can cut all the roads around Israel, and they will be surrounded from every direction. The first plan to make Muslim Brotherhood take over Egypt, they did. Obama, he sent Hillary Clinton, the scumbag Hillary Clinton, to Libya, and she met only one man, just one man in Libya. Who? The head of the Muslim Brotherhood, because this is the plan, we will give you the government. We will give you the government. When the Muslim Brotherhood start their jihad against the Assad regime, $500, $600 billion sent by Obama to the terrorists. This is the truth. Obama, he sponsored Iran. If Obama in the office, Iran is flourishing. He filled airplanes with money and he sent it to Iran. And still people don't believe that Obama is a Shia Muslim. Until now, they don't. And this Biden, he is just a puppy of Obama. He do what Obama wants. So we know America, Joe Biden is not supporting Israel, but we know that America is supporting Israel. Which means at the end of the day, Biden is limited with his options. He cannot dare to say, we are against Israel. They will impeach him immediately. Already they have many cases for him for impeachment. So if he say that word will be like in Arabic we say, like the hair which broke the back of the camel, like you have a camel who can carry a lot of weight. So you keep putting weight until you put one hair on his back and he fell down. This is Joe Biden. If he said that word, that he is against Israel now, he will be impeached and he will be replaced. For both parties now, they are in full support, except, the squad, like this Muslim from Somalia, and the other Muslim women from so-called Palestine, and Cortez, this mentally ill woman. She want to fly with the electric cars, and they don't want to use, that's it, they don't want to use oil. And she want to cook her food using the sun. Let us go to the IDF channel and see what's going on. Those, the Muslim Hamas, they are calling for killing the Jews. Let us see here. Give me a second. All right. We would do this. Let us see if they have any updates.
This weekend,
All right. I like the Jewish accent when they speak English. I don't know which accent is better, mine or theirs. Go, Habibi, go.
5 ימים אחרי אירוע רצחני, אכזרי ומפתיע. הטבח של מחבלי חמאס הרצחניים, חיות האדם, בילדינו, נשותינו, אנשינו, הוא חייתי, הוא לא אנושי. צה"ל נלחם בטרוריסטים חסרי רחמים, שביצעו מעשים שלא ניתן להעלות על הדעת. בכל מקום שיש בו אנשים, בכל מקום שקיימת בו אנושות. על המתקפה המתועבת הזו החליט יחיא סינואר, הריבון ברצועת עזה, ולכן הוא וכל המערכת שתחתיו הם בני מוות. אנחנו נתקוף אותם, אנחנו נפרק אותם, נפרק את המערכת שלהם. צה"ל תחת פיקודי מבין את גודל השעה ואת גודל המשימה המוטלת על כתפינו. צה"ל אחראי.
This week
It's time to set the record straight on Israel's border with Gaza. Hamas seized power in Gaza in 2007 and has controlled it since. Rather than investing in infrastructure to support their own civilians, Hamas has been investing millions and millions of dollars in terrorist infrastructure to
No sound? Sorry guys, it's my fault. Okay, no sound. I was talking, by the way, but the microphone went to mute. So I was saying, this woman, she was talking about, let us set the border, like the facts straight about the borders and how Hamas, they take over the territory. And then she mentioned how much money they spend. So I said, well, why we don't talk about where the money is coming from? How Hamas can spend hundreds of millions of dollars if they don't have the money? Where the money is coming from? The money is coming from Qatar. This is a guy, he called himself a prince, but he's not a prince. He was from a poor family, never been rich, never been royal, but thanks to the British intelligence, they made all those Gulf leaders prince and princess. This is his mother. Her name is Banana. I'm not joking. This is her name, Moza. Those people used to be very poor, to the point even the family of his mother, they called their daughter Banana because they never saw banana. They dreamed to eat banana. So the money is coming from here. And if you want to stop Hamas, go and get this guy. This guy should be arrested and his mother banana should be eaten. Joking. They are the Muslim Brotherhood. They are the sponsor of Muslim Brotherhood. They are the box of money for the Muslim Brotherhood. Why nobody talk about Turkey? Turkey and Qatar is the one behind them. Arrest the banana and bring this guy to justice. He is the biggest scumbag ever. Actually, I'm thinking to go to Qatar too. Maybe the banana will arrest me. And then I will see what Biden will do. Do he dare to arrest me in Qatar? I don't know. Do you think he dare? Well, as long as Obama in the office, maybe he will. We need a real president, and then I will go to Qatar. And I will hold the sign in the street says, I want banana. Can he arrest me for that? Can he arrest me because I wanted his mom? I mean, banana? This banana, she controlled the country. All sectors of money, all trade, all businesses, all companies is now owned by her and her family. Yet her name is Banana. I mean, do you see how the banana can function? I heard that the banana, not this banana, different banana, she want to join Hamas. And Hamas, they told her, well, you know what? If you want to have a lot of sex, she's very horny. She's a Hamas member, you know. If you want to have a lot of sex, go and wait until the Israeli cars walking by and throw yourself. So they put a suicide belt around her chest and they told her jump. So the Hamas lady, she jumped to kill the Jews. But it was her lucky day. She fell in the top of a truck full of banana. She thought she is already in heaven and men are all over because her eyes is closed. So she have her hands in the banana and she said, wait, I will do boom boom to every single one of you. Not one, just two, wait. She thought already she is in the banana land, which is the heaven of Allah. Islam is religion of a banana. You go to heaven, what you do? Allah will make your banana never go sleep and you will boom boom woman. Women, she go to heaven, what she will do? Allah will give her a lot of men have banana and they will do boom boom to her. I will not be surprised if Allah himself is being boom boomed by those Hamas. They are horny for any hole. And Allah is a big hole. That's why we call him a hole. So those are the people who they are behind. Somebody is asking me if this story is true or not. Can you believe it? Brother, can you explain? I was making a joke. They told me, is that a true story about the women jump in the bananas? Is that made up? The person is asking, is that made up? First of all, this story is not true. Zakir Naik, I have witnesses. Zakir Naik, first of all, Zakir Naik will not talk to you. So you are talking to me already, and I have witnesses. Do your prophet have a witnesses that he went to Jerusalem? First of all, he went at night, and this is why there's no witnesses. What at night? What at daytime? You said Muslim that there's 120,000 prophet, 24,000 prophet waiting for him. So we have supposedly 124,000 prophet witnessing for Muhammad coming to Jerusalem. Can you bring one of them? First of all, those prophets, they don't talk to human. Like what the heck? And how every prophet he came with donkey. That means we should find in history that in a certain day, 124,000 donkey was waiting out of Al-Aqsa. Is that correct? Exactly. Okay, do you have any historian wrote that 124,000 donkey? I mean, all Jerusalem would not fit for them. 124,000 limousine of a prophet outside of the Aqsa. By the way, Zakir Naik, there was no Aqsa. Get the print. First of all, there was an Aqsa at that time. They used to call him Las Vegas. Like what the heck? At that time it was Las Vegas. What Aqsa? The scumbag, he claimed he went to heaven, and his wife, she said his body never leave the room. And now those people, they want to hijack Jerusalem. They hijack everything. They hijack Moses. They hijack Jesus. They hijack Abraham. They hijack anything. Even Banana. Here we go. They called his mother, her name is Banana. Who's going to eat banana after today? And by the way, she is conservative Muslim. Look, she is covering her hair. To be honest with you, she is very conservative. It's true that her hair, half of it is showing. It's true she drinks whiskey, but she is a Hamas supporter. So let us set the record straight, lady. Hamas is Qatar, and Qatar is Hamas. It is time for people to stop their political correctness, isn't it? Who is this guy? Isn't it this is the head of Hamas? Are you, American, going to be called Qatar? Is that the head of Hamas, or I am making a Photoshop image? Oh, they are doing diplomacy. Diplomacy. I see a lot of love there. All the terrorists and the engineer of terrorism in the world, Khalid Mashal, he lived full time in Qatar. Big, huge, massive villa, guard and weapon. Nobody talk about it. Those are Hamas. Those are Hamas. And this is Qatar. It is time to say things as it is. Hamas is not the organization name. Islam is the real organization. This is why, if you believe that everyone who supports Hamas is a terrorist, we'll arrest them. Isn't it this is what they say? Anyone who supports Hamas is a terrorist. So what are you waiting for? Hypocrite liars. Who let the dogs out? Who? I wish I can play the song, but that will make us go for copyright violation. Who let the dogs out? Somebody saying to me, why you are not following that Jesus said in the Bible, we should not take side in any political issue, even if one side seems right or fair. This is what the Bible says. That is a new verse, I never heard of it. Hey guys, this guy is saying, why you are not following Jesus when Jesus said we should not follow any political side? That is a verse in the Bible. Ask him, he's a Muslim, he want to teach me the Bible. Look, I don't know why his comment is not showing no more. Maybe some of my nice admins, they decide to do so. But I can copy it still. Guys, look, the Muslims are teaching us the Bible. Asim, you know Asim al-Hakim, the Sheikh? I think this is his baby, maybe. 404, this is why we cannot be found. So there is a verse in the Bible says that we should not, okay, why CP? You are not following what Jesus said in the Bible. we should not take sides of any political issue. What a chapter is that? Jesus says that? Are you sure? I thought Jesus in the Bible says Muhammad is a scumbag. Oh, I mean, he's a prophet. Jesus says that, brother. You Muslims have a lot of knowledge we don't have. I mean, come on, you have a God who you think that the Christian, they have a trinity of God, Mary, and Mary, and they have a baby, his name is Jesus. If you see banana, just say, tell her Christian friend, say hello, he's angry. I haven't made banana for a while. So Jesus says that, man. Oh boy. So why you Muslim, you call us and you say, do you know what the Bible says in Samuel? I thought this is Jesus too. Let us go to set the record straight. Go, lady. I hope next time you will mention the real terrorist, Qatar.
Kill Israeli civilians. That was Hamas's choice. Israel maintained 2 crossings into Gaza, Erez crossing in the north and Kerem Shalom in the south. On a normal day, you would see people, merchandise, food, and supplies crossing into Gaza. But on Saturday, October 7th, Hamas launched a brutal and barbaric attack on Israel. Hamas slaughtered hundreds of Israelis, injured thousands, and abducted dozens of innocent Israelis into Gaza. Hamas bombed the crossing into Gaza and murdered the IDF soldiers stationed there. They destroyed the crossing and live streamed their rampage. So yes, those crossings between Israel and Gaza are closed. As we continue to fend off daily attacks from Hamas terrorists, we will not be giving Hamas any supplies or materials. We are at war with Hamas. This is a war they started. We have no legal obligation to supply our enemy with anything. The Israel Defense Forces has no choice. We are here to protect our families.
That's it? Okay, thank you very much.
You can't hear yourself think. It's not just the noise of the sirens and the strikes.
Yeah. And look, there's babies everywhere in the street. They make babies. They have no job. They have no money. They have nothing, but they make babies. Babies everywhere. Do you see how many kids in the street? They claim they have no money, but they have high buildings. So who's building those buildings? They say to you they are poor. The Israeli make them suffocate. They don't have any jobs. They don't have anything, but they have 20-floor buildings. Who is building those buildings? Every scumbag of Hamas, he have a very nice, beautiful villa and 4 wives inside and 70 kids outside. But they have no money. Poor people, poor. They don't even work. The stupid European Union and the American, they pay for their food. What is the job of those people there? What they do? What is their production? Nothing.
It's time to set
This, let us see. Standing with Israel from London. Okay. Respond to Hamas. Confirm your age. YouTube is very funny. Muslim, they post beheading. YouTube does not block it, but we want to watch Israel. Confirm your age. Yeah, I noticed that the website of the IDF in YouTube is useless. There's nothing there really. There's nobody doing anything. Their media department is not really doing a good job.
القادة والجنود في جيش الدفاع موجودين في الجبهة.
She is speaking Arabic. This is an Israeli woman. She is speaking Arabic. She is saying that the army of Israel now is in the front line.
المقاتلين تبعنا من مختلف الوحدات، يهود، عرب، بدو ودروز، كلهن كجسم واحد.
And the fighters from the Israeli army, Arab, Druze, and Jewish, all in one line, which is very funny, by the way. I mean, Druze, yeah, they fight, but Arab, yeah.
وكلهن قلب واحد ومجموعة واحدة بيحاربوا ضد الإرهاب.
And all of them, they are united against terrorism.
هدول هن أبطالنا.
Those are our heroes.
يعملوا ويتصرفوا ببطولة في جبهة القطاع.
They will work and do a heroic act in the front line.
جيش الدفاع الإسرائيلي على جميع وحداته عم بيحارب بيحمي ويدافع على مدار الساعة كله سوا عشان يحمي البيت.
The IDF, which is the defense of Israel, the army, is protecting 24 hours Israel and all the citizens. I mean, those are just a propaganda and useless. What counts for us at the end of the day is what will happen. And I guess I know what will happen. Either Netanyahu listened to Biden, the coward, and he don't do what he should do. And what will happen is the same as what happened before. The terrorists get away with their killing. Or the Israeli don't listen to Biden and do their business by their own hands. The issue is Israel, they feel that they are alone in this fight and they don't have really support. As we know, European Union are European of pervert. They are not real countries anymore. The one in charge, hold on, the one in charge in European Union are the liberals. So this guy, he keep coming in my way, Asim al-Hakim. Shall we take a break? From terrorism? Let us take a break from terrorism.
Aisha says, can you please explain the hadith about why we should kill the house lizard? First of all, the house lizard, I think they call it salamander or something like that. I'm not sure. The house lizard is an insect that is harmful. Some of it cause a lot of diseases, and some say that it intends to walk over the food and the drinks and to poo where it...
You know this salamander? I mean, the most disgusting creature. I thought only the Jews, the Muslims, they hate. It turned to be they hate everybody. Even salamander is their army. I mean, enemy. Hey, Hamas, are you going to go and do jihad against salamander women? I want to see a Hamas member raping a salamander. This religion is a religion of rabies. You know, when you have this religion in your head, you have rabies. Look, even salamander. The poor salamander, Geigo, will not leave him alone. Why, what he did?
It puts a lot of its illnesses and diseases in people's food. So, in general, it is a dangerous creature.
Salamander is a dangerous creature. Christian Zionist puppet. What about the Palestinian Christians? Abdul, who is the one who forced the Christian to pay jizya for 1400 years? Who is the one who made the pact of Umar? Christian, they should ride the donkey backside. And you are talking about Zionists. The Zionist is your God, your scumbag. Isn't it your Quran says that the favorite people for Allah is the one who called themselves Jews? Your God is a Zionist. Your Muhammad is a Zionist when you want. So now the Muslims, they are worried about the Christians, brother. The Christians, you spit on them. You killed them. You raped them. You took their land. You took their churches. And now the Muslims want to say that they are the one who protect the Christians and the one who love the Christians. Suddenly they are in love with us. Should we accept Jewish state of European in our expense? Well, if their land is there, it's not up to you to accept or not. This is their land, you scumbag. Those Jews are called Israeli in your book, in the Quran. If I go right now, we will take a break from the cylinder. What the Quran called the Jews? The children of Israel. Oh, we are typing in English. In our expense, brother, expense, your expense, who are you? Suddenly it is you who gave them the land. It is you who owns Jerusalem, your expense. This is your land, right? In our expense. All of this here, it says, Israel, children of Israel, children of Israel, children of Israel. Not only that, look at this Zionist verse. This verse says that Allah favored the Jews upon all mankind. Do you see it? Do you see it? O children of Israel, remember my favor which I bestowed upon you, and I preferred you of Alameen, which means mankind of genie. Look at this. Allah, He favored the Jews even over the genie. If you are a genie, you will be jealous now. And notice here, now all the Muslims, they try to say, what do you think about what the Jews, they say about Mary? What do you say about Jesus? What do you say about Mary? Your prophet, he says he is going to F Mary. Now you are worried about what the Jews, they say about Mary? Do you see the hypocrites come back? Suddenly, do you know what the Jews, they say about Mary? We know what the Jews say about Mary. And instead we will support the Jews. Not because they are saying bad things about Mary, but because this is their land. We are not hypocrites, we are not liars, and we don't support false claims. Give the land to the one who owns it. What they say about me, none of your business. What do you say about Jesus? You insult him, you say he's nobody. You claim that Jesus will bow down to tie up the shoes of Muhammad. Muhammad is going to bang the mother of Jesus according to Muslims. Excuse me. It sounds ugly, right? And suddenly they claim that, look what the Jews, they say. In the same time, just to let me make you look at yourself in the mirror. Every single disciple of Jesus was a Jew. So how come you don't remember that? And let me make you remember more, that most of the Jews are already Christians. And Israel, the one you see right now, is going to become a Christian country sooner or later. In fact, those who insult Jesus in Israel today, because they see how many of their kids convert into Christianity. We understand. Isn't it Paul himself when they used to curse the Christians? And Paul was a very conservative Pharisee Jew. Very aggressive against the Christians. Paul himself became a Christian. So how come you don't remember who is Paul? All of you are a bunch of scumbag looking for excuse to hate the Jews. That is the truth. But if you hate the Jews, you have to hate Jesus and the disciples and Mary and hate everybody and leave Christianity immediately. Jews, they insult Jesus. You insult Jesus too. By saying Jews insult Jesus, you insult Jesus because the disciples are Jews too. You're a liar. Some of the Jews insult Jesus. The majority of the Jews already believe in Jesus. Same time, what does this have to do with our topic? Let us say every single Jew in Israel cursed Jesus. Is that what justify to rape their babies, you scumbag? Those filthy dogs, they do exactly what they used to teach us when I was in the Middle East. Isn't you Christian, the Jews, they killed your God? Shouldn't you hate them? This is what they say to me. Suddenly the Muslims, they want me to believe that Jesus was killed by the Jews. But their Quran says they did not kill Jesus. Just for the sake of hate, they want to remind me that you should hate them because they killed Jesus. And now they are looking for excuse to make you as a Christian hate the Jews. But guess what? If you hate the Jews, you are no Christian. You are not. Those are filthy dogs. They are looking for a reason to make you hate the Jews. But they hate you too. Jesus himself in the cross, he said, "Forgive them, Father, they do not know what they are doing." Who said that? Jesus. Are you sure? Absolutely. So if Jesus himself, he showed how much he loved them, who are you, you scumbag? The one who have nails in his hands, the one who the Jews shouting, his blood on us, his blood on us. Still Jesus loved them. He says, "Forgive them, Father, they do not know what they are doing." So if you are a Christian, you remember what Jesus said, and you do as he said. There's no Christian who will hate the Jews. I can speak against their action, but I speak against the action of many Christians, like many now. They are saying bad things about the Jews. Speaking against an action of somebody does not mean you hate him. But here we see the comment of those filthy scumbags. They want us now to support Hamas in raping babies. Stop my comment. I am a Palestinian Christian. Okay, my friend, you are a Palestinian Christian. Are you willing to call me? I will take your call. And I will show everybody that you are a scumbag, you don't belong to Christianity, and you are no Christian. Is that fair, guys? This guy, he claimed to be a Palestinian Christian. Prove it and call me. I will open my Skype and I will show everybody that you are a false and not a single day you were a Christian. Even though I have no idea who you are. You want to bet? My Skype is open. Call me. Do you know what the Talmud say about Jesus' mother? So, if Jesus in the cross, he forgave them for killing him, you are worried about what they say about his mother, you scumbag? Do you dare to call me? All those are Muslims, they are trying to make us hate the Jews. And what Muhammad said about Jesus' mother? He want to sleep with her. Which one is better for you? How come you remember what the Talmud said, but you don't remember what Muhammad said? Scumbag. You are not a Palestinian because there's no Palestinians. Palestine is a state, never exists. It's a territory of a land. And none of you is Palestinian. This is a fact. What is the language you speak, brother? Mr. Palestinian, the one who said he's a Palestinian Christian, can you tell me the language you speak? I'm waiting for you. Is it Arabic? Are you there? Or you are a Muslim, you cannot hear me. You hear only people who speak with echo like Prophet Muhammad. Mr. Palestinians, are you there? Do you dare to call me? How a Palestinian speak Arabic? Since when? Have you ever in history heard that the Palestinian, so-called Palestinian, their language is Arabic? He stopped even texting. He ran between his mommy, Moza, the mother of Qatar ruler. All those who call themselves Palestinian, not a single one of them is a Palestinian. There never was a kingdom is called Palestine. Can you name for me the name of the king of Palestine one day? Just one. Just one king. This is what they do. They are Muslims trying to make you hate the Jews. Suddenly, they forgot the Pact of Umar. Go and read the Pact of Umar when he entered Jerusalem. A Hamas member, he can sleep in your house, in your bedroom, next to your wife. 3 days, 3 nights, you can't even ask him why. The Pact of Umar. A Christian man, if you ride a donkey, he have to ride it facing the ass of the donkey. Go read it. If you wear a cross, it have to be three rottle. I don't know how many kilos that will be. Maybe like 11, 12 kilograms. To wear a cross, a Christian man, he have to shave the middle of his hair so he can look like a joke. A Christian man should walk in the sewage if a Muslim walking by. What is related to the Christians? An Orthodox Jew, he spit at the Christian a few days ago. This is nothing to compare. And the Christian, he spit back. Palestinians are descended from the Canaanite. Who said so? And what the Canaanite have to do with those Arab today? What was the language of the Canaanite? Everybody, he give you his own ideas. If you look at those people who they are living there, you will see that their ethnicity have nothing to do even with the Arab, but they call themselves Arab. Yasser Arafat himself is an Egyptian. Who can deny that? All of those people, they moved to that territory after the Ottoman and the Muslims' occupation. Before that, nobody in that land is an Arab or speak Arabic. The language is Aramaic. And that is telling you who was living there. Who is the woman Jesus he met and he spoke to? What was her language? Aramaic. Why she is speaking Aramaic? Is the Aramaic or the Arab? No. Don't tell me I am Palestinian or not. Call me and prove me wrong. Call me and prove me wrong. The one who's saying to me, I'm not a Palestinian now, call me. I'm giving you the right to sound your voice so everybody hear you, and people will judge either you are wrong and I'm right, or the opposite. Do you dare? We know our book, and you have nothing to do with there. Before the year 600, 700, not a single person speak Arabic in that land. And if you ask every single one of those who claim to be Palestinian, they say to you, we are Arab. And that proves that you are not a Palestinian. There's no Arab in that territory. How we know? Well, very simple logic. If you were Arab, you should be speaking Arabic from the beginning. What is your language? Do you have any record of you? You called me many times. Call me. You did not call me not even for a second. Liar. You did not call me. And if you left Islam, what is your problem exactly? Why you don't want, if you are a person who left Islam, don't you understand that this is the land of the Jews? Let us say, for the sake of argument, you are a Christian from that territory. Don't you know that this is the land of the Jews? Do you have a Bible in your hand? And this is a proving that you are a false Christian, because a Christian, he knew what his book is teaching. A Christian, he knew that this is the promised land for the Jews. And this is what the Bible is teaching. So how you can claim to be Christian and you want to fight the Jews? You are a false Christians, and this is why you don't dare to call me. And as you see, this is scumbag Muhammad himself claiming, speaking about the Jews are the favorite. He is copying the Old Testament, the chosen people. At that moment, Muhammad is trying to be a hypocrite to the Jews, to believe in him. So he starts saying to them what they say and what they believe and what the Bible teach. Even the stupid Quran confirmed that this is the land of the Jews. In fact, the Quran says clearly in chapter 5, verse number 21, that this is the land assigned by Allah to the Jews. So how you are a Christian, you do not know what your Bible says, and are you a Christian who dare to insult the Quran? You don't. You are a coward. You are a Muslim. Who is the Christian here who he claimed to be Palestinian? He dared to call me. If you are not a Christian from Palestinian who is against Israel and you don't dare to call me, who is a Muslim who call himself Palestinian dare to call me? You don't. You are a potato. We have the Bible defend the Jews. This is their land. We have the Quran defend the Jews. This is their land, assigned to them. And according to the Quran, because the Jews refused to kill the people who used to live there, Allah, he cursed them and he made them lose their direction in the desert for 40 years. They refused to go for war. What Allah did? He said to them, this land is forbidden for you for 40 years only, which means after 40 years is yours. Why? Because they refused to kill the Palestinians. It's in front of you. So who is the coward if you dare to call me and curse Allah and say, shame on you, Allah, to command the Jews to kill the real Palestinian, not Hamas? Any Abdul? Hello? I don't care if you are Abdul because you are a Christian or a Muslim. Abdul is a person, he is dummy and stupid. So don't play victim now. I'm showing you proofs. I can show you from the Bible. You claim to be an ex-Muslim. I'm asking you, who is the one who built the temple? As long you claim to be an ex-Muslim. Muhammad said it is Sulaiman and David. So who owned the house? Guys, who owned the house? The one who built the house. Very simple. What is the religion of Sulaiman and David? Jews. This is what Muhammad said. If I go right now and I type in this scumbag website, which have nothing except the stories of Muhammad, let us see. I'm just trying to find the hadith about who built you see, they have big mouth, but the second you show them their evidence, they go mute. Let us show you. And I will use Muhammad, and I want to hear any of you Muslims or all those who claim to be Christians or ex-Muslims to call me and tell me, do you agree with Muhammad saying that the one who built the house, which is called Al-Aqsa today, is Sulaiman? Either you agree or you don't. Read. Who is talking? Muhammad. Any of you Muslim dare to say that this is not the land of the Jews? When Sulaiman, which means Solomon, the son of David, son of Dawood, finished building the Bayt al-Maqdis, what is that? You ask the Muslim, they said to you, Al-Aqsa. This is the temple of the Jews. They hijack it. He asked Allah for three things. You know, I love those stories, like, you know, kids' stories, like the genie, he asks you, you have three options, choose one. What's on your first one first? First one, I want game box, Sony game box. Okay, second wish, second wish. Second wish, I want to have a dog, nice dog, okay? Okay, what is the third wish? I mean, even the wishes of Sulaiman was a trinity. Even the wishes of Muhammad to Allah was a trinity. Muhammad, he asked Allah three wishes. Sulaiman asked Allah three wishes. So who is the one who built the temple of Solomon? Solomon. So when those comedians, they say that the one who have the right over it is the Muslims, we laugh. Even their stupid prophet, he confirmed that this is the house built by the Jews for the Jews. And as you see, this is Sahih. Sahih means authentic, in case you don't speak Arabic. Huh? Read carefully. What the chapter name? The virtue of Masjid al-Aqsa. and praying therein. So what we are talking about, Al-Aqsa. Who is the one who built Al-Aqsa? Sulaiman. Read it. If Sulaiman died, who inherit the house? The sons of Sulaiman. Who is the son of Sulaiman? The Jews. It's in front of you. And all the reference is authentic. And the one who's talking is Muhammad. Do we have a better faithful witness than Muhammad to witness who built it? Huh? Do you have? In fact, Muhammad, he spent a big portion of his life praying to the Temple of Solomon because simply he wanted to convince the Jews that he's a Jew. Who is the Muslim he dared to call me, prove me wrong? Do you notice that I have zero Muslim calling me and zero from those who claim to be Palestinian in the chat calling me in Skype? Did you ask yourself why? Because they knew they will lose. They knew that we can prove in 2 seconds from the books of the faith of Muhammad and from the Holy Bible that this is the land of the Jews. They knew. They knew that they are the thief who stole the land. In fact, I blame the Jews for letting every single one of you to stay there, including the Christians. And I'm talking those Christians who support Hamas if they claim to be Christians. You don't deserve to be there. Go live with Hamas. What do you think of Talmud? What does it have to do with my topic? Talmud is a book of scumbags. Are you happy now? Guys, what do you think about Talmud? Let me call Zakir Naik. Hey, Zakir Naik, what do you think? Good empress. First of all, the Talmud is a good book. Abdul, so how come your prophet never mentioned the Talmud in his life? He never heard of it? Good empress. First of all, Prophet Muhammad did not read the Talmud because he don't like the Talmud. But what the heck? But he never heard of it, did he? Good empress. I'm confirming to you. The Prophet Muhammad had a strong knowledge of everything. In fact, 1400 years ago, Prophet Muhammad discovered that the earth is flat. Yeah, Abdul, we know the earth is flat before Muhammad too, Don't you remember, when Muhammad, when his wife, she chased him with her shoes, and then he played flat on a flat earth? Do we know that the earth is flat long time ago? This is not a discovery. Anything else your prophet he discovered? Good empress. Prophet Muhammad discovered that the earth in the flat, and he discovered that the Prophet Solomon, he used to have a flying carpet. What the heck? How big the flying carpet, do you know? According to the Prophet Muhammad, the army of Solomon used to be 3,500 miles. 3,500 miles, the army of Sulaiman, okay? And don't tell me all of them, they ride at the top of the flying carpet. Exactly. So all of them, they ride in the top of the flying carpet. Abdul, there's a flying carpet, can carry 3,500-mile army long? And don't tell me all the camels and the horses and the equipment and the kitchens and the wives are there, and even his houses. Exactly. This is a very big flying carpet, man. To the prince, Allah is capable to make bigger than this. Okay, what about Allah? He sent now a flying carpet to Hamas so can escape what is coming. I mean, just cut a piece of it and send it to them. To the prince. First of all, we do not know where is the flying carpet now. Don't find it. Isn't you so good in digging tunnels under the ground? Maybe Sulaiman, he hide it there. To the prince. First of all, I searched on eBay and I looked for the flying carpet. I found one similar, but it doesn't fly. So therefore, we do not know what the flying carpet. I mean, those people believe in the flying carpet and we are discussing who owns the land. Talking to donkeys is way easier. They believe that there is a flying carpet owned by the Jewish man Suleiman can carry an army. The length of it is 3,500 miles. It's like reaching all the way to Singapore. You do not need to go to Singapore and fly. Just step on the flying carpet and exit the second side of it. Those Abdul, they believe what? They believe in this. Anyone discuss with them about Jerusalem? And you think you can reason with them?
That only brings harm to the people in general. And if you notice that anything that is harmful, Islam tells us to kill.
This is why they want to kill the Christian and the Jews, because they are harmful, and the Hindus and the Buddhists. They are harmful, brother.
So Islam tells us to kill a wild dog that bites and attacks people.
Islam order you to kill all dogs, you liar. Not wild dog who want to bite people. See how they lie? They lie, and we get them busted. We have the reference. Wild dog, huh?
It tells us to kill mice because they spread all types of...
Even Mickey Mouse, they have a fatwa against him to be killed by Hamas. If you don't believe me, search right now in Google, Mickey Mouse fatwa. Fatwa means an Islamic holy order from Allah. Saudi cleric Muhammad al-Majid. Mickey Mouse must die. Hey, Hamas, I mean, man, I'm sure now you are not created by our God, you are created by Allah. I mean, this is the only way to explain your stupidity. You want to kill Mickey Mouse? Should he be hidden? You want to kill Mickey Mouse, Abdul? Are you sure? Prince, first of all, I have a good news for you. Zakir Naik, what? We killed Mickey Mouse. Wait, what? What do you mean? In Pakistan, alhamdulillah, Mickey Mouse did not appear in our TV set for a long time. But he appeared in a different place. Prince, don't fool yourself. If he is dead, that means he's dead. I'm telling you he's dead. Like Abdul, but Mickey Mouse is a cartoon. How you can kill a cartoon? Prince, we Muslim, we can kill everything. Okay, hold on. Are you sure? Exactly, I'm sure. Okay, can you kill Muhammad? I told you we can kill everything. Muhammad is not everything. Continue, explain to us why you want to kill the salamander.
Diseases. Plague is one of they are most infamous for. And also, they cause fire in houses. As in the hadith of the Prophet ﷺ, it tells us, mice do heinous things.
Heinous?
Though people nowadays are so fond of them. We're told to kill the crows. A crow.
Why? Why you want to kill? I mean, those people, they cannot live in peace. Even animals are their enemies. Even animals, I mean, poor salamander, poor Geigo is their enemy. Now they are waging jihad against him. Go.
That also carries diseases and eats dead meat. We're ordered to kill snakes. We're ordered to kill scorpions.
Do you know what Muhammad he believe about snakes? They are genie. There's a Muslim genie and Muslim and Kafir genie. So if a snake in your house, you give her 3 days to leave. You speak to her in Arabic, remember? And you tell the snake to leave your house. If the snake did not leave your house, that means she is not a Muslim. Once Abdul, they believe even watermelon is a Muslim or not. If the watermelon is sweet, he is a Muslim. If it's not, she's not Muslim. So Abdul, you eat your fellow believers? Are you slaughter your own fellow believer and you eat the watermelon, she is a Muslim?
And these, by nature, are harmful
Right.
for people. So killing them is justifiable and it's a legitimate thing to do. Likewise with the house lizards.
Likewise. See the reasoning? Logic. What is Platon? Somebody call Platon. Platon is busy eating calamera after he heard this. He don't want to talk to us no more. This is the good reasoning, brother.
And there is a hadith in Sahih al-Bukhari where the Prophet told us, alayhi salatu wasalam, that when Prophet Ibrahim, peace be upon him,
No way.
was thrown by his people in the blazing fire,
You must be kidding.
all the creatures of Allah